The Enchanted Feather of Nooristan. Far away, there was a magical land called Nooristan. It was a place where fairies soared higher than the clouds, where water didn't just sparkle, it glowed, and every tree's shade carried a sweet fragrance. In this land lived a unique fairy named Zoria. She was a beauty beyond compare, but unlike other fairies who only dreamed of princes, Zoria was stubborn, free-spirited, and one of a kind. She always desired something different, something unlike the rest. One day, while gathering magical berries in the forest, Zoria heard a strange rustle from the bushes, as if something heavy was moving. Startled, she looked and found a giant white rooster standing before her. The rooster was silent, yet its eyes shone with an extraordinary glow, as if it wished to speak, but couldn't. Laughing, Zoria said, "What's the matter, brother? Why are you staring? Are you perhaps a prince?" But the rooster gave no reply, only stared. Something in her heart told her this creature was special, so she brought him to her palace. The court was astonished. Zoria, who always remained alone, now had a silent rooster by her side. Fairies giggled, ministers whispered, and maids even took pictures. But Zoria ignored them all. She named the rooster Kuku, and soon he became a part of her life. Wherever she went, Kuku followed, silent, yet filled with unspoken feelings. When she was quiet, he sat near her. When she laughed, he danced. When she was angry, he walked away and sat alone. Soon, the grand magical festival of Nooristan arrived, where princes from faraway lands came to win the hearts of fairies. To everyone's shock, Zoria announced she would attend not with any prince, but with her Kuku. The palace erupted in chaos. Some mocked her, some said she had lost her mind, and on social fairy media, memes flooded everywhere. But Zoria did not care. She had a red silk outfit, a golden cap, and a little saddle prepared for Kuku. She wasn't mocking him, she was giving him honor. On the festival night, under glowing skies, all the fairies and princes shone in their splendor. Zoria entered in a sparkling gown, Kuku by her side. All eyes widened in disbelief. Suddenly, a cold wind swept across, and black smoke filled the skies. An ancient sorceress, once banished from Nooristan, appeared with a chilling laugh. "So you are the fairy Zoria who once stood in my way," she sneered. Fairies trembled, but Zoria stood firm. The sorceress pointed at Kuku. "Do you even know who this rooster really is?" Zoria smiled. "It doesn't matter who he is. To me, he is special." The sorceress laughed wickedly. "Foolish girl! He is a prince I cursed. And your pity cannot break my spell." Zoria's eyes welled up. "You're wrong. I never pitied him. I felt his silence, his soul, his depth. I loved what words could not express." In that moment, lightning flashed. Kuku looked at Zoria one last time, then glowed in radiant light. His form began to change. The earth shook, the skies blazed, and before her stood a dazzling prince. Prince Arian, crowned with the same glow in his eyes that she had always seen in Kuku. Zoria gasped, "Kuku!" The prince smiled. "Yes, Zoria. I am Arian. You accepted me without knowing who I was. Your love broke the curse." Tears streamed down her cheeks, but her lips smiled. "I always knew you were special." Just then, the sorceress shrieked and cast her final spell. Arian's eyes closed, his body vanished, leaving only a crimson feather behind. Heartbroken, Zoria screamed and turned her fury on the sorceress. This time she fought with fire in her heart. She caught the sorceress's dark magic and hurled it back. The sorceress burned into ashes and vanished forever, but Arian did not return. Zoria picked up the feather and rushed to the queen. The queen said, "This feather will lead you to where he rests. But the journey is yours to take." Determined, Zoria set off through mountains, dark valleys, and enchanted paths until she reached a golden, silent palace. Inside, Arian lay on a bed, eyes closed as though asleep for centuries. She held his hand, placed the feather upon his heart, and whispered, "Wake up, my Kuku, my prince." Arian's eyes fluttered open. He smiled softly. "You came." Zoria's tears fell as she replied, "I never left." The palace erupted in waves of light. The king and queen arrived, their eyes brimming with joy. The king said, "You did what no one else could. You saved not just a prince, but our kingdom." The queen clasped her hands and declared, "From today, you are no longer just a fairy. You are the princess of this land." A few days later, Zoria and Arian were wed. Nooristan rejoiced, and love and light ruled the kingdom forever.